This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard the kings nor the princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in the power. First and foremost, I would like to say, Kala Yahba Hashem Yahushai, Hashem HaKadosh, the ones to the apostles and elders, great meals from the Ruba. Peace, blessings, salutations to the whole flag, to all you brothers out there pushing the word of truth and sincerity. So the one tell you brothers stay strong. Pushing it was a quick lesson, and I came across an article from RT News, which goes into Portland, which I know a lot of you brothers remember for the past couple months, Portland has been burning down. You know, so much so that it was actually the city of Portland where those BLM protesters, they actually took a section of the city, right, where there was no police presence. So they had taken a portion of Portland, and they were controlling it. They took it over. You know, regular citizens, or really the rioters, you know, which were mainly Edomites. You know, because we all know Esau took control of the whole BLM protesting, right? So of course it was the Edomites that went crazy. They pretty much pushed out the police force out of a certain section of Portland, and they were controlling it for a while. And then, you know, of course later on the police took it back. They beat the shit out of them you know, them little white kids and shit, them little white boys, and they pushed them out. But Portland has been burning the fuck down, man, for a couple months now. So I wouldn't be surprised if Portland is the first city where Esau, you know, really sends the military, the troops, right? They just start mowing these little crazy people, you know, out there in Portland. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the first city they send the military. But it says Portland protesters leave "Kill the President" message on police union building and set fire to pro-cop billboard. So they're actually leaving messages of you know, kill the president. Now that is an act of war. That's a declaration of war against the government. So like I said, the government could actually send the military out to Portland and just, you know, give the green light to start killing them people, man. You know, so we got to keep an eye on what's going on in Portland, because now they're saying, you know, things, you know, pretty much assassinate the president. It says demonstrators in Portland vandalized the office of the local police union and torched the billboard that expressed support for law enforcement amid ongoing unrest in the Oregon city that has stretched for months. So like I said, for months, the city of Portland has been burning down. And they've been leaving messages like, kill the president. So this proves prophecy, right? That article actually goes into prophecy, because as I read in 2nd Ezra 15 verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men. Now what is sedition? Sedition is pretty much like, you know, infighting, right? Or people killing each other, coming against each other. All right, so it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard the kings nor the princes. Exactly. Now the modern day king is Donald Trump. So you have these little crazy white boys saying kill the president. They don't regard the kings nor the princes. So this proves a prophecy. So now, you know, these people here in America, they've been going through the whole lockdown thing. People are getting sick and tired of that whole coronavirus thing, right? They're getting sick and tired of being on the little lockdown, and they just want to be out and about. So they're going crazy. They're rioting. They're protesting, and they're sending messages like this. Okay, and trust and believe, man, it will happen, man. Now I ain't saying President Trump is gonna be killed, right, or assassinated by one of these people, but when all hell breaks loose, man, trust and believe, a lot of judges, a lot of these different governors from these different states, they're going to be targeted. Some of them are going to be assassinated. And not because, not because we're going to do it, but because it's part of prophecy. The Most High is going to put the spirit on people out here that are going crazy to actually grab guns and go and you know, take them out of their homes, wherever they live at, whatever rich place they live at. And they're going to be taking out governors, judges, and people that work in the government. Trust and believe that's going to happen, man. The Most High is going to allow that to happen. So once again, it says, they shall not regard the kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Exactly. So the course and their actions shall stand in their power. Like I said, the Most High is going to give them the power, the ability to do that. The Lord is, like I said, the Lord is going to put that in their mind and their spirit to actually go that route, to actually, start assassinating these people that are in the high, the high seats, that are in high power in the government of the U.S. And really, not just here in the U.S. Shoot, it's gonna be all over the world. Then people like in the UK, people in Europe, the government officials that are pushing out these mandates, these restrictions on lockdowns, and they're gonna make mandatory vaccinations and mandatory chippings. Trust and believe, the people are gonna go after them. All right, their own citizens are gonna go after these people and their governments. All right. Let me get this scripture. This is the book of Jeremiah 51 verse 2. And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Exactly. So the fanners represents different situations that the Most High is going to allow to happen here in Babylon, which Babylon is America. So the Most High, for example, I'll give you one situation. So let's say Trump wins, right? Trump wins the election. Guess who's going to go crazy? Guess who's going to go on the attack is going to be the Democratic side, right? The blue side. Those people that want Biden to win, if let's say Trump wins, those people are going to go crazy. Those people are really going to start rioting. They're really going to start burning buildings down, man. And who knows, they might pick up guns and they might start shooting, people from the other side. But then now let's say vice versa. Let's say Biden wins. Them rednecks, them rednecks and the militias, guess what, man, them people are ready, man. Them devils and Edomite devils, man, they're ready. They're ready to go. They're already strapped up. They've been going through different tactics. That's why they're known as the militias. And they've already said it. Look, some of the Edomites already came out and said if Biden wins, they're gonna go on the hunt. They're gonna go hunting people down. So who do you think they're gonna go after, man? They're gonna go after the Antifa people. They're gonna go after the BLM people. Shoot, they might just go after regular, Jake, Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians that had nothing to do with it. Why? Because Esau's gonna get that, that demonic spirit back in his mind. Like, man, like, fuck these niggas, fuck these spics. So they're gonna go on a crazy rampage and they might start killing Jake, which then that goes, apart with the Jake, time of Jacob's trouble. All right, so either way it goes, man, that's the situation where the Most High is gonna fan up this place. Let the heat rise, right? Let the turmoil rise up. Okay, so that's one situation. And what else? What other situation? The mandatory vaccinations, the mandatory chippings. What do you think people are gonna do? You think people are gonna obey the government? A lot of people are waking up to this whole vaccine. They're waking up to the coronavirus, pandemic or whatever. So people, they see what the governments are doing, and they're not falling for it no more, man. In the first lockdown, people were kind of worried. They were scared. They didn't want to take no chances. So, right, they didn't really, come out. They didn't really protest. But now with the second lockdown that they want to make, this restriction with the second lockdown, man, people are like, man, fuck that. Right, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna protest, we're gonna riot, whatever it takes, man. We are not gonna take no fucking vaccination. So people are sick and tired of the bullshit, and they see through the bullshit that Esau's trying to do, man. All right, so that's another situation where the Most High is gonna fan Babylon. He's gonna fan her. Okay, so there's gonna be different situations where the Lord is just gonna be how can I say it? Be uplifting the turmoil, the destruction, the death here in America, okay, with different types of scenarios like that. All right, but anyways, with that, I'm gonna say, Kala Yahba Shem Yoshai, Bashem Kakadash. Till next time, Yahba Shem Yoshai, I'm gonna say Shalom.